Let's be honest, the idea of manifesting your dream life can sound like something you'd hear in a yoga retreat after too much kombucha, or maybe after too much ayahuasca if you're really swinging for the fences and kombucha is too sober hippie for you. I used to feel the same way. Basically, kombucha was too light for me, so I started microdosing ayahuasca every day. I communicated with aliens regularly too. Just joking. What I meant to say is that I used to believe that manifesting your reality was just wishful thinking until I discovered something called scripting. And no, I am not talking about journaling. Before you roll your eyes and you click out of this video, just hear me out, because scripting isn't woo-woo. Like, write it down and then the universe is gonna Venmo you $10,000 tomorrow. Scripting is about neuroscience and changing your brain. It's a form of self-hypnotic writing. Like, imagine if you could trick your brain to already be the person that you want to become. Imagine feeling the confidence, the joy, the abundance of achieving your goals before they happen, and then watching your life begin to match that vision you scripted on paper with blue pen. You're putting yourself into a mental trance where you stop thinking about what you don't have and you start telling your brain that you already have what you want. So think of it like self-directed brain programming. You're putting your subconscious mind on notice and you're teaching it to prioritize the life you want instead of the one that you've been stuck in. And it only takes 5 minutes. And if you pair it with my free Success Hypnosis MP3 at jakeshypnosis.com, you can click right here, it's free. You're gonna speed up the process of changing lifelong negative beliefs to start to attract more money, getting more skilled at dating, relationships, creating your dream life or body. And I'll tell you how easy it is to do that in just a minute. But for now, let's dive into why scripting works, how you can use it in 2025 to get what you want. And if you enjoy this shot, we drove out into the middle of the national forest just for you. So if you enjoy it, make sure you hit the like button, give me a comment down below, and let's do it. First, to understand what scripting is, let me just tell you what it's not. So it is not journaling in the traditional sense. It's not about documenting your day or venting about how Karen in accounting stole your idea again. No, not again. It's not self-critical notes about how much you suck at life. Scripting is active. It's like coding the software on a computer so it works the way you want it. It's like scripting the script for a new movie that you are producing instead of giving the pen to a random person and you just hope that they write a good script. You're writing about what you want as if it's real, present, tangible in your life. Imagine you're a writer and instead of scripting a movie or TV show, you are scripting your own life. And with scripting, you write about your future as if it's already happening now, how you feel, all the details about your dream life, and you do it only in the present tense. So for example, bad script. I want to make more money someday. Maybe enough to finally stop Googling how to get rich without breaking any laws and going to prison. Whereas a good script, I wake up at 7 a.m. today, my gorgeous sunlit bedroom, I'm sipping coffee on the balcony overlooking the ocean, reviewing my schedule for the day, I got a meeting with my new dream client, a gym session with my super expensive personal trainer, and I'm going to my favorite restaurant for dinner. See the difference? One's like a wish, and the other's a reality, and it has an actual feeling associated with it. Next, let's just talk about why scripting works and the real science behind it. Because I know what you might be thinking, it sounds too good to be true and it's just wishful thinking. But the magic here isn't mystical. It's actually science, neuroscience to be specific, because you're using neuroplasticity. Modern science has proven that your brain is like Play-Doh. Like, have you ever heard that word, neuroplasticity, right? It's a big word. I genuinely didn't understand what it meant at all. It sounds smart, but like, what the hell does it mean and how the hell is it gonna help me double my income, right? Like, what is this? And when I first heard the word, I legitimately thought of plastic bags or like plastic water bottles. Neuroplastic, it must be plastic. But it's just a fancy way of saying that your brain is always changing. It's constantly rewiring itself based off what you think, how you feel, and what you believe. Neuro is brain and plastic is changeable. So neuroplasticity is your brain is constantly rewiring based off of your emotions, experience, thoughts, beliefs. That is all it means. So when you repeatedly write about your dream life as if it's happening, you are carving new neural pathways and you are starting to bend reality with your brain. And if you think of it kind of like you are able to get yourself into a hypnotic trance, you can actually totally rewire your brain. When I was 21 years old and I had no success with my books being published, I created a success hypnosis for myself. I started listening to it every single day. And what happened, as I look back in hindsight, is there's this thing called your reticular activating system. It's like your Google search engine for your brain. And it's part of your mind that filters what you notice. Have you ever decided to buy a new car, you were thinking about it, and then you start seeing that model everywhere? That's your RAS in action. Or if you ever had a friend, a really negative one, and you want to walk 10 feet away from them because they're so negative and you don't know if they're going to get struck by lightning. And they always tell you how unfair the world is, how bad their life is, how unlucky they are. And then lo and behold, they always attract more things to complain about. It's as if they are a human crap magnet. They are magnetizing crap to themselves 24/7. That's your RAS. So when you script, you are training your RAS to notice more of what you want. So I programmed it to be a published author and to be a multimillionaire author and speaker. I would listen to my success hypnosis and do what I'm about to teach you step by step, and my life changed forever. My success hypnosis is free. It's jakeshypnosis.com. You can get it right there down below. The key when you're scripting is the emotions, because that's the language of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't respond to logic. It's just paying attention to feelings. And that's why scripting can be so powerful, especially when you use a form of hypnosis to get yourself into kind of more of a trance-like state, because you're feeding your subconscious mind like a new diet of a totally new emotional state. So instead of vaguely writing, I want to feel successful, instead you'd script something like, I wake up to my sunlit bedroom looking over the mountains and it's my dream house. And I would write about how my YouTube channel went viral and how excited it was. And I'm shaking hands with book publishers and I bought my dream house in cash without a mortgage. These things that really make you feel emotion. That's the key. So now let's just go step by step so you know exactly how to use this in a couple minutes and you can start to see things come into your life that you really want to attract, that you have worked hard for. You've done things in the physical, material world, but it still eludes you. That's because the brain has to change first. Scripting's the easiest way. Okay, so here's how we wrap the whole thing up. Make sure you get a journal that you actually want to write in. I've had journals that I don't like. You don't use them as much. You have things that you really like. Maybe it has a nice leather cover on it or has some cool kind of unique golden brown pages. Get a pen that you want. I like ones that are gel pens, got lots of ink. Now, all you're going to do is find a quiet place. You don't want to be interrupted by anyone. All you need is 5 minutes. What I do is I turn on my success hypnosis. I listen to that for a couple minutes while I take deep breaths. I recommend you get my success hypnosis free. A million people all over the world have used it. It'll start working on your subconscious mind as you're doing it. So it's like speeding up the process. If not, do something else that gets you in a good state. It could be music or whatever. My success hypnosis is you can click right over there, go to jakeshypnosis.com, or it's pinned to the comments and in the description down below. So I listen to this. While I'm listening to this, here I am. I'm a college dropout. I'm 21, 22 years old. I'm trying to get my books published and be in bookstores and all these types of things like that. I'm listening to this thing. Take some nice deep breaths. Box breathing is breathing in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, exhale for 4, hold it for 4. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, and move like that. Couple breaths while I'm listening to my success hypnosis. Then in the present tense, I will start as if I am making a diary entry on, Dear Diary, today Jackie stole my keys and she was being mean, right? But I'll write about what it is that's happening. I cannot believe today my first YouTube video went viral and there are millions of new people that have watched this video and they're writing me from all over the world about how inspired they are. I can't believe it. Once that happened, I was at the house by myself and Ashley was outside working in her garden. I jumped up, I ran out yelling to her from the garden, you won't believe it. Just write like that. and you want to pick one main area. So you might describe your future life with prosperity. It might be about your soulmate or your dream relationships. It might be about a new career, a new job, selling your house. And how you want to write is only in the present tense without thinking about it. Now, there's a part of our mind that always wants to be sure we're doing something right. Like people will write me, Jake, am I doing this technique right? This is the exact opposite. You are actually getting out of your logical conscious mind. When I was in high school, one of my teachers would do free writes, and the only rule was the pen wasn't allowed to come off the paper, and you'd get in trouble, and she'd hit us with rulers. I'm just joking, she didn't beat me. But I would write like that, and you cannot pick the pen off the paper. So you want to do the same thing, and it's not a thought process. What happens is the same way when someone's making music and then they get into a creative flow after a little bit, they say that those lyrics or that beat, they didn't think it, it came through them. And that's really what creativity is. It's getting out of your conscious mind so your subconscious can channel it. So this is you using your subconscious mind as a medium to channel a description of your future. Once you write while you're listening to the hypnosis, it might happen right away depending on the vibe you're in. It might be 2 minutes, it might be 5 minutes, but you get into a flow. And when you get in the flow, you're writing and you forget you're writing, and then your conscious mind comes back, and then you get a little smile on your face. Damn, this feels good. Or man, this is exciting. You want to get to that level of energy before you end it. Now, the way that I suggest you end it is read it out loud to yourself when you are finished. Read it out loud to yourself when you finished with emotion. This is another way to train your brain to build those neural pathways. You have hypnosis working to build those neural pathways. You're gauging all 5 of your senses while you're writing to start to build new neural pathways, and then you're reading it out loud. If you do this every single day, you will be amazed at what comes into your life in 2025. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to get whatever it is that you want in 2025 quicker and faster and easier, use scripting every day for a few minutes. If you enjoyed this outdoor shot, let me know in the comments down below. Love this video, and make sure you hit the like, subscribe, bell notification to get notified for new videos, and you can click here to watch another one.